Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank. Coming up tonight, the postseason rolls on for boys basketball. In the Coach's Corner, we're joined by the man whose Mount Vernon team just won a sectional title in double overtime. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is the leading scorer for a sectional champion Whiteland Warriors team.
It means everything to me, honestly. We worked so hard for this. We all deserve it as a team.
It's time to celebrate a new Zone Extra right now.
Hey, good evening to you and welcome to the Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school sports as the state tournament is in full swing across the great state of Indiana. In the Coach's Corner, his Marauders are coming off a sectional championship victory in double overtime. Mount Vernon boys basketball coach Joe Bradburn is here in studio for a great conversation. Cannot wait to talk to Coach. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is the leading scorer on a Whiteland team chasing a first regional title in over 80 years. We're going to introduce you to the Warriors senior Ethan Edwards. Plus, ahead of the Big Ten tournament, we go on campus tonight to Bloomington and Assembly Hall for Senior Day with the Indiana Hoosiers. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Sectional titles were on the line Saturday night in boys basketball in Class 4A. Number 1 Fishers facing number 8 Noblesville. Second quarter, Miller's up 1, and on the attack, Baron Walker gets the look for the 3 and buries it there. Noblesville feeling good. Miller's led by 6 at halftime, folks. Fourth quarter we go. We're tied. Tigers with it when Millen McCartney gives the Fishers the lead with the triple there. A couple minutes later, Tigers up by 5. Nathan Baker scores and draws the foul. Fishers wins it 55-46. They're moving on to the regionals. In the sectional 11 at Avon, Saturday was Ben Davis taking on Brownsburg. Pick it up in the fourth quarter. The Dogs up 3. Loose ball down the court. Ben Davis's Jameer Avery scores the layup there. Giants within 1. We go to overtime, folks. In overtime, Brownsburg's Kyson needed him rip here, gets it, short fakes, and gets it to go there to force double overtime. Giants up 2, just over 50 seconds to go. Brownsburg's Michael Addison gets the kick out and bang, knocks it down. Brownsburg, look at this, wins a thriller, 52-49, the final.
When nobody believes, then you have to times 2, right? You have to times 2. We just had a wonderful speaker that talked about who's sitting around you, like who surrounds you. They circled the wagons, and this is the result. Starting 1 and 5, and every day just teaching, and they come in, they want to learn. We had 3 kids that offered not to start if it was best for our team. It's just been a really good group.
It means everything because it's my last year, you know. We gotta end it out going strong.
What a win there for Brownsburg. Okay, at Decatur Central, folks, we had a matchup between Mooresville and Franklin Central. Mooresville up early, but the Flash is looking to cut into the lead. Raymond Hayes gets the floater to go. Nice touch there. Mooresville on the break now, up 4. A.J. Defer with the crafty finish to put the Pioneers up by 6. Later, Mooresville up by 7 here. They dish it here out to Silas Smith, who comes up here, the triple from the corner. Mooresville wins 57-51, the final in that one. Okay, so Lawrence North facing North Central in the sectional 10 championship game. First quarter, Wildcats up 6. Cameron Webster gets the pass and hits the triple. Helen up 9. Later, Wildcats keep it going. Webster goes inside of Jamar Thomas, who scores and draws the foul. Wildcats increase their lead to 12 there. Second quarter, Wildcats turn defense, into offense. So Duke Carnes here steals and scores there. Wildcats are sectional champions. They get it done. They beat North Central 74-59. Moving on to the regionals. And more good news for the Wildcats as earlier this week, senior Xavier Robinson was named the Marion County Player of the Year. How about that? This is the second straight season Robinson has won the award. The Butler commit is averaging 19 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds this season for the Wildcats. And last month, he broke Greg Olten's, how about this, all-time Lawrence North scoring record. Man, job well done. Okay, so here is a look at the regional doubleheader coming your way. All the action gets set on Saturday right there at Southport High School. We got Mount Vernon against Brownsburg at 1 o'clock. And then Lawrence North taking on Mooresville. That's at 4 o'clock. That's in the Class 4A regionals at Southport. And at Carmel last Friday, folks, the Hamilton Southeastern community continued to honor one of its own in Mason Alexander. Players and students wore shirts that said Forever 15, which was Mason's football number. Mason was tragically killed in a car crash earlier this month. Of course, we're still thinking and all our prayers there for the HSC community, thinking about them as well. All right, moving now to gymnastics, where the postseason continued last weekend with the regional round of the state tournament. Took place in gymnastics. The postseason continued last weekend with the regional round of the state tournament. Congratulations to Columbus North, Valparaiso, and Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger on winning team regional titles. Next up is the state finals on Saturday at Worthing Arena in Muncie. Crown Point is your defending team state champion. And with the winter sports seasons winding down, we start to turn our attention now back outdoors. Yeah, earlier this week, softball practices got underway. Across the state, competition on the diamond begins March the 24th. Locally, Hamilton Southeastern and Cascade will look to defend the state championships they won just last season. So softball is here and we cannot wait. All right, time for a break. We have much more coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra. Glad you're hanging out with us. Up next is the Coach's Corner. Yeah, his Marauders just won a sectional title in a double overtime thriller. Mount Vernon's boys basketball coach, there he is, Joe Bradburn. He's in here in studio with us tonight. Looking forward to talking to Coach. And still ahead, he's a senior who just helped lead his team to a sectional championship. We're going to introduce you to our Athlete of the Week from Whiteland High School. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
Okay, folks, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. Last Saturday, Mount Vernon won a boys basketball sectional title in double overtime. Welcome to the Zone Extra tonight. The Marauders head basketball coach, Joe Bradburn, here with us. Sectional champs, my friend.
Thanks,
Great
sir.
to see you as always, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us here tonight on the Zone Extra. First things first, you know how hard personally it is to win any type of championship, but to win a sectional, how special was it?
Oh, it's hard to describe. First of all, being in Muncie, from Muncie at the field house, I've seen so many magical moments, and our guys talked about that all week, about how special things happen at the Muncie Fieldhouse, and we kind of hung on to that. And so throughout the week, you know, the first game and then upset in Anderson on Friday night, getting to that championship game, it's just hard to describe the number of things that happened and it had to go right for you to get into that situation to win. And you know, thinking about the double overtime, I've been around a while. I remember Scott Skiles doing that way back in the state tournament, things like that. Just a lot of things come to mind when you think about how special that game was Saturday night.
Yeah, and when you look at the way your team was able to get it done, having to literally go down to really the final end there, how proud of you of the group of men that you have playing for you right now?
You know, I have a great locker room, and it starts with our 5 seniors. We have guys that Aiden Doherty took over the reins of leadership from Brady Fitzgerald last year, where we started things, and he's been awesome. He's a coach on the floor. He takes care of everything as a coach on the floor, and then we have our other seniors, Tanner Teschendorf. You know, you talk about perseverance. You know, he's a starter. He plays most games all the time, and we went different matchups Saturday night, and he didn't play for a little while, but he kept in the game. And that's the character of our team. And when his number was called in overtime, we had a first lead on a big rebound and a basket from him. And you just go down the line, and we have just different kids that step up. Charlie Cross, he's a senior that got hurt. He was told a couple weeks ago that he couldn't play the rest of the year because of a knee, but he stayed engaged. And on Friday night, he's telling me something in our notes that I had forgotten. Just on the bench, he's just that in tune, and that's the type of kid we have on our team. Tyler Davis, he's a presence inside and just so energetic, and the 2 energy guys Tyler and Riker just bring so much energy to our team and so much toughness and hard work. Those guys lead the way.
Yeah, you talk about your team. We're taking a look at some of the pictures here from practice here as you continue to get ready now for regionals coming up this weekend. We had a chance to talk to some of your players at that practice to get their take on you guys getting that big-time victory and moving on here in the postseason.
It was super special, honestly. Everybody here cares a ton, and we all work really hard, and we're here to fight for each other, you know. These are our brothers, so we're just trying to continue on with each other as long as possible.
Our thing that we like to say at practice is tougher, longer. I think we displayed that really well on a Saturday. It's special for this group of seniors to do that. Been playing together for the last 4 years, and it's been amazing.
It was amazing. You know, we faced a bunch of adversity over these years. Sophomore year, I came close to it, but we ended up losing in the championship. So this time around, it was just the way everything happened was amazing.
You got to love that. Coach, I want to ask you this. What is it about this group that really stands out to you about why you're in the position you're in right now, would you say?
You know, first of all, they're just great kids.
Yeah.
They have great family support.
Yeah.
You know, but they accept their roles. They take on every challenge. You know, I don't see anybody complaining, and that's been from day one of practice and preseason conditioning all the way through. They just embrace what we throw at them, and every challenge that we give them, they just, you know, come at.
Yeah, I want to ask you about a guy on your team that's pretty good, making his way, going to Purdue as well. And tell me about Luke and what you love about what he's been able to do for you guys this year.
Well, first of all, I want to make sure I say something about Max Weiss. He's a 6'7" kid inside that does a great job for us, and he's versatile and did a lot of things for us in the sectional as well. And then Elijah Para, we don't get to the position we're in unless he has a huge couple of nights, and we talked about that last week. But he hit a 4-point play to allow Luke to get in a situation to hit the game, you know, tying shot. But getting back to Luke. He's a special player. Everybody knows.
Yeah, pretty good.
There's so many things in descriptions I can say about Luke, but
yeah.
We have a board in our locker room. We call it the JYD board,
okay.
And I think that's something that separates Luke from you know, from other people. His skill, his athleticism, what he does on the court is obvious, but when you go on that board, it's about all the other intangible things that, you know, rebounds and getting on loose balls and deflects and all that stuff. And his name's plastered all over that. He's one of the best rebounding guards in the state.
Yeah.
So what separates him is just his motor and his just his sense of urgency. He knows how to take our game, and he now is polished it. He just makes everybody on the floor better.
Well, Coach, listen, I can't thank you enough for stopping by. Keep it going. Good luck coming up this weekend. I know you got a big game coming up, and then who knows, you may be in the field house coming up just a few weeks away, right? Appreciate the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a time out. We got more coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra. Still to come here on the show is our Athlete of the Week. For the first time in 23 years, Whiteland is a boys basketball sectional champion. Coming up, meet Warriors senior standout Ethan Edwards. That's on the way. Plus, we go on campus tonight in Bloomington for Senior Day with the IU basketball team. It's all coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank.
Okay, we're back here on the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Last weekend, Whiteland won a boys basketball sectional for the first time since 2002. A key reason for the Warriors' success is the play of senior guard and Indy commit Ethan Edwards. Now, Edwards is the team's leading scorer at nearly 22 points per game. He also leads the team in steals and is second in rebounds. In a pair of sectional games last week, Ethan, well, he stepped up even more, averaging nearly 25 points. Edwards says that as a senior, the team's success means a lot to him. And as the Warriors gear up to face Terre Haute North on Saturday, Ethan and his teammates are certainly aware history is on the line for the program.
We haven't won a regional since World War II. So, I mean, just to even think of that is insane. We get to play in front of a great crowd, play in a great gym, a lot of history there. So, I mean, it's really special to us.
He loves basketball probably more than any player I've ever coached. Ethan didn't even start playing organized basketball until middle school. And, you know, we've had a development plan for him, but he works at it so hard. He's done a great job of being coachable through the last 4 years. He's led his hometown to a sectional. It's really special.
I always like to lead by example. I always stay after practice and shoot. I mean, in the off season, I'm always shooting. So I think for the guys to look up to somebody that works hard, has good character, all that stuff, I think it's really special for them and can help them be better people in the future too.
When you care about the game as much as he cares, when you care about your teammates and your coaches and your school as much as he cares about, those things, you're going to be a special leader. He's not afraid to be vocal. He leads by example, but he also leads by telling people what they need to do when they need to do it, and guys respect him. And I think that respect comes from how hard he works, and his teammates see that, his coaches see that.
I've thought of it ever since growing up. You're a little kid. My dad used to coach here. I watched the kids growing up, and I mean, it's really special to see this. I mean, we've had a lot of talented teams at Whiteland, and for us to be the one to pull it through, it really means a lot.
Oh, you got to love his story. What a great student athlete down there in Whiteland. Hey, congratulations, Ethan, and good luck to the Warriors on Saturday. And by the way, don't forget, everybody, Wish TV has a brand new sports app. Get your phones out right now. Scan the QR code on the screen and download the completely free All Indiana Sports app. You can find more on this story and all things Central Indiana High School sports right there on the app. All right, time for a break. We got more still coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra, including the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank.
Okay, we're back here on the Zone Extra. Now it's time to go on campus tonight where we catch up with former Central Indiana High School athletes as they compete at the college level. This week, we head down to Bloomington for Senior Day with IU basketball team. It was a special afternoon at Assembly Hall, especially for the three Hoosiers who grew up playing basketball in the state. Anthony Leal, Trey Galloway, and Luke Goody helped lead IU to a crucial win over Ohio State as the Hoosiers chase an NCAA tournament berth. Galloway scored 16 points in the win, while Goody added 11, and Leal chipped in 4 points and 8 rebounds. The trio knows it's been an up and down season, but they are proud to wear the cream and crimson and represent IU.
It was great. Just happy that we got the win on Senior Day. That's what I'll remember the most is winning and going out as a winner in Assembly Hall.
All three of us take a lot of pride in wearing this jersey and representing it the right way, and we know what it means growing up as kids here. So we look forward to that challenge and knowing that with us as leaders and us as a foundation, like we are going to be willing to overcome a lot of things if we just keep chipping away. So for us, it's almost like a dream come true, being senior guards, coming down the end of the year, going into March.
We've all come together really well. We all have a common goal now. I think everybody's all bought into what we want to do, and we're reaping the benefits now.
Okay, now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here's this week's question. After seeing the first IHSAA Girls Wrestling State Championship, what was your biggest takeaway and what kind of growth do you expect going forward?
Well, first of all, for an inaugural season of the IHSAA recognized sport, it was a credible season. We've seen growth in girls wrestling since its inception, really, in the state of Indiana. Going back 5 years ago or more, there were just a few wrestlers at different places around the state. And I think this past year we were well over 2,000 girls wrestling in the state, and we're increasing, a significant amount each year. I really do believe now that there's a nice trophy out there and medals for a state championship, we're going to see a lot more growth because we hear things here in the office as we watch. We see what's going on in the national scene, and we really believe that girls wrestling is here to stay, certainly, and we're going to continue to see more and more girls have the opportunity to participate for their team.
All right, always great to hear from the commissioner. Hey, by the way, Mighty TV, Channel 23 is your local home for high school sports. You all know that. Hey, coming up on Saturday, it's a doubleheader of the boys basketball regional action from Southport High School at 1 o'clock. We've got a good one. Mount Vernon getting set to take on Brownsburg. That's at 1 o'clock. And then coming up after that, we got Saturday as well. Lawrence North against Mooresville. All the action you'll see at Mighty TV. Channel 23 starts Saturday afternoon. All right, that is going to do it for the Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, you all know the deal. Thursday night, 6:30, right here on Wish TV. We'll see you next week, everybody.